joined here by Des from Devil Driver. How are you today, Des?
Good, thanks for having me.
Not a problem at all. Now, just a little get-to-know-you session a bit earlier. Fascination with Nutella. What can you tell me about that?
It goes on the bus really quick. We're from California, so we've never even really heard of it. But they started putting it on a rider, and everybody goes crazy with that stuff. So.
Nutella with bread or straight? Or...
Straight Nutella. Like 2 in the morning, those guys are just eating that stuff. So.
Isn't it bad for your throat? I mean, considering, do need to talk and sing.
There's only a few real bad things for my throat, and that's no sleep and air conditioning. Otherwise, I'm good.
Back-to-back interviews?
Yeah, but no, that's fine. I could do that.
Now, of course, you're in Australia for the Soundwave Festival. How's that been going for you so far?
Really good. The crowds have been incredible. And it's good to come here and just be received so well. It makes you very humble, very appreciative of what you got and the hard work that we've put into it. So it's good to see. The fans go big down here. So you have to go big or go home down here.
There is that perception with Australian crowds in that they're kind of unique in that they bring an extra level of insanity
They do.
to gigs.
They do.
And of course, in the past, you've attempted the world's largest circle pit. Want to try it in Australia?
Great. We've been trying every day. Let's just see. The fun thing for that about us was to get the letter back from Guinness. I mean, it was just a joke with us on the bus. And then we got a letter back from Guinness that says, we don't know if we can do this. And we thought it was for liability reasons, really, that they might get sued if somebody got hurt. But it's a good time, And it's the place where the fans and us can become one.
In the circle.
Yeah, just all of a sudden, us on stage and them, it becomes something different.
So, of course, after today, which is the Melbourne leg of the Soundwave Festival, you've got 2 more to go. What's happening afterwards, apart from the fact that we do have a new album coming out in June?
Going home in May to do all the artwork and everything for that, and do a few shows, and then in June we start 20 months straight of touring.
Is Australia in that?
Yeah, we're hoping so. I'm hoping to come back before the end of the year, but it's really up to the promoters and the economy and the label and all of these other factors that come in besides the musician wanting to come back to a great place.
Now, do you want to tell us a bit about the upcoming album?
It's called Pray for Villains. It comes out July 14th worldwide on Roadrunner Records, and we're really proud of it. We've stepped it up incredibly. We decided instead of getting heavier, more brutal, more fast, we would concentrate on better songwriting and better structures and just try to get better as a band. So the guitar playing has stepped up, the drumming, the bass. I've gone out of the box vocally to do some different things. Very excited about this record. The 4th record for any band really has to be a cornerstone. And we're trying to make that mile mark with Pray for Villains.
So speaking of stepping out of the box, did you have to get, I don't know, special training or different inspiration or just transplant yourself to a different place?
No, we just got together as a band and said, listen, let's really concentrate on our songwriting. Let's make sure that the hooks are there and the choruses are big, and let's make sure that the guitars are technical and heavy, and let's not let anybody down that's familiar with Devil Driver, and let's bring a whole new crowd in by other things that we're going to do as well.
Sort of, I guess with the new element, there's always a chance that, your diehards are going to sort of sit back and go, not exactly what what I was expecting.
Oh no, you won't be let down. It's brutal, and it's heavy, and it's groove, It's got a lot of groove to it.
Like I said, I guess you can always market it off with, attempting another world record of some...
If somebody else comes up with a good idea on the bus, we'll try it.
Stage antics.
It's hard to do stage antics up there with those guys, We're just playing, we do song to song, don't do a lot of talking, and just like to get up and hit the stage and destroy.
The whole thing with not talking, it's just a personal thing, or do you find that it sort of kills the mood?
It does, and if you're up there, especially at a festival, if you only have 40 minutes, you don't want to spend sort of 10 minutes speaking. So we managed to cram in almost 9 songs, which is virtually impossible to do in the amount of time that we have.
Well, we played them continually without actually stopping between each song.
Yeah, which is what we do. We stop and then go.
So you should be no stops, and then you'll actually get the full 9 songs.
That would be a melody.
Or it just could be the never-ending song.
That would be good too.
Until they actually kick you off stage.
There you go.
What is the feeling behind the album?
The title comes from a track that says, a chorus that says, they pray for villains when their heroes let them down. which everybody has a hero, and eventually they go to the wayside and the villain comes in and saves the day. So
And who would your hero be?
my hero would be my father.
Nothing.
No, he just instilled a hard work ethic in me, so that would be it. And after him would be Clint Eastwood and Johnny Cash.
Any particular reason for?
Badass people with a take no prisoners attitude.
Now, Johnny Cash being, sort of with the whole attitude that you spoke about, musically, does he have any influence on you?
Tons. I listen to everything, man. I listen to blues, jazz, rock, outlaw country. I listen to everything.
So what are
Old punk rock, Black Flag, Circle Jerks, Germs, everything. Yeah.
So what would the chances be of sort of an interlude in the Devil Driver show where you just sort of rock up a solo Johnny Cash moment?
Break out into country. I really doubt that's gonna happen, but
You could do it for your album tour.
yeah. There's so many influences in this band. It's really unreal to hear the things that everybody listens to in the dressing room. I mean, you can come in and my drummer will be listening to Billy Joel, and I'll be listening to Black Flag. I mean,
All together at once?
Yeah, trying to compete with each other from each side of the room. But it's very eclectic, and it makes for a cool mix for Devil Driver. And I think that's what helps to define us and our sound, and make us something different and hopefully special. So.
Of course, you did mention that you'd be heading back and working on artwork and all that. Any ideas behind what it's going to look like, or still trying to decide what the album?
No, if you're familiar with Devil Driver, you know we just basically have the Cross of Confusion, or our adaptation of it. I want to do something different, so I might go home, start sketching. I'm an artist as well, so we'll see if I come up with something. If not, then I go to the label people and say, what ideas do you have? And we'll start going from there.
Anything else sort of happening for Devil Driver after all this? I mean, there is 20 months of touring. Anything sort of happening on the side?
On the side? No time for anything on the side. Just doing Devil Driver. We go over to the UK, we do download, and we just start rolling from there. And it's going to be a pretty incredible 20 months with our tour lineup. We're going to be playing with some great bands and just touring.
Any names you can sort of drop to us now?
No, because everything's in the works. I wish I could.
Trying to get those secrets out of you.
Yeah, I know.
Miserably,
And I got the whole talking to, like, before I came over here, like, hey, don't say this, don't let this out. If I could put the album on the internet right now, I would, but the label would have my ass, you know.
Did they also tell you not to discuss album covers or?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, at least
I
okay
just
for that.
genuinely have about 2 weeks to come up with it, so
Well, you've got an idea to begin with.
there you go. Thank you for that.
Not a
Appreciate
problem.
that.
Well, we're actually going to wrap it up here. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Des from Devil Driver. You're watching 1700.